dual opposing slides with a massive kitchen island, loft plus a bedroom underneath. Folks, this is the 2021 Atlas 3552 MBKB. Man, oh man, look at the size of that island. So one of the things I love about this floor plan is not only can you sleep a small army and you get this great rear living space, but you have a ton of kitchen prep space in here. And that's always a big one for me. On both sides of the sink, you just get that great countertop space, true solid surface, which I love. Really kind of help showcases that this is a, upper level fifth wheel. Giant sink in here as well. You can see the drying rack going all the way across. If we kind of take that off, I'll show you the sink. Big, deep stainless steel sink, and it is apron front too, kind of giving it that farmhouse look. And that ties in perfectly with this high-rise pull-out faucet. Now, up front, this is pretty cool too. Plenty of storage. You have, one drawer here, but better than that, you get three more. Whoops. There we go. Three more right over here. And storage underneath the sink, which you might be saying, well, there's plenty of room for a trash can. But Aaron, look at that, my friend. Boom! You have space for not one, but two trash cans right in here. You can just put them away when you're done. Just a ton of space all the way underneath here. A couple of electrical outlets too, so if you need to plug in like a griddle, Margaritaville blender, having a party, making some margaritas, please invite me. But you do have a spot to plug them in there. Some nice underlighting as well. You can turn that off if you so choose, but I really like the way it looks. Plus, it can just be a nice courtesy light, right? Or, if you're going away for the night, going to like a friend's campfire, another camper, a couple places down, you come back to your campsite. If you just want to leave that on, it's not overly bright, but it's enough to be able to get around, see what you're doing. So as I said in the very beginning, this one has dual opposing slides, which is what allows you to have the kitchen island. Your campsite slide will house your freestanding table and chairs as well as your recliners right over to the side here. I do kind of wish that the table had a leaf in it. It doesn't, which, isn't a deal breaker, but I'm not the smallest guy in the world, and I kind of eat like this, right? Like start shoveling food in my mouth. So if I have a little more space, I just like having a little more room, but again, not going to be a deal breaker for me, just something pretty minor. All the way around though, I do love how big the windows are. Tons of window space. You don't have any storage up top. They just made the windows bigger. You'll also see they have the blackout pull down shades. Plenty of lighting in here. Allure furniture, which I love. Nice upgraded furniture. You can see the cup holders. You have two in the center, one on each side. So if you want a double fist, you can do that. Right here in the center is good space for any remotes you may have, or maybe you got a PlayStation 5, you want to hook it up to your TV, toss that in there, go for it. The world's your oyster. Again, these do recline though. They just have like the little I don't know what you want to call it, the zip cord, paratroopers style, I don't know, pull cord, sure. But you just pull that, just like that. You are kicking back, relaxing, snoozing, taking a nap. I don't know about you guys, but I know, my grandpa, and every Thanksgiving, right, that's where he would sleep, just kick back in the recliner. You're like, oh, hey, Grandpa, how was the turkey? And all he's doing is giving you a bunch of Z's. Yeah, I'll probably do the same here in a few years. But taking a look up top, good storage all the way across there. Again, windows all the way in the back. Both sides have a little tabletop there with storage underneath and electrical outlets plus USB ports. You can charge all sorts of devices. And then we have this beauty right here. Not only is this a great, comfortable place to sit and watch TV, it's also a good spot to, have conversation with Grandpa sleeping in the recliners. Cool thing about this, though, is it does fold out into a bed, so if you need some additional sleeping space besides the loft and the bonus room, you do have that guy there. Entertainment abound. Nice big TV straight across from your theater seats. As I mentioned a second ago, good view to the sofa there. Multimedia center here, and one of the big things I love is this. And I know this, again, folks, something super minor, but they actually give you enough space to put components. You would be shocked how many times that just doesn't happen. Underneath that is your nice big fireplace. I like, how long it is, right? It just kind of gives it a little more modern residential look. And not only does that look good, it's also a space heater. Right over to this side, it's like a little over 13 cubic foot refrigerator. This one is a gas absorption fridge, so gas electric, but you can see, ton of space in there. And the great thing about this is it does allow you to do a little more boondocking. A lot of manufacturers are going to residential refrigerators, And if you plan on doing, any kind of camping where you don't have power, those are very, very tough to use. That's not the case here. You'll see the nice big microwave solid surface countertops, pop-up power tower. So if you don't need it, drop it down. If you need it, pop it up. And then you get the Furion 3-burner recessed cooktop. Got the light, if you want the cool light up knob look. Also plenty of oven space there. This same button will control the light in the oven. Need some extra storage? Boom, you got it. Oh, you want more? Boom, there it is. Storage all over the place in this kitchen. Plus, you got a pantry, Aaron. You see that? That's a nice pantry. A little bit of storage up top. If you're Shaq, you can use that easily. If you're anyone else, might be a little bit tougher. Then we make our way right over here. I love this. You kind of have the frosted glass, right? Leaves a little bit to the imagination. What's going on in here? Oh, it's just Ian playing PlayStation 5. So we come on in, you can see the sofa. Again, additional sleeping space. You have a window. Straight across the way is my TV where I'm going to be hanging out, playing games. My wife's yelling at me. TV hookups there. Good storage all the way throughout here. Who knows? Might even fall asleep in there, right? Maybe I'm in the doghouse. Got a place to go. Making my way up the stairs, you will see your control panel located here. Max Air Vent. And I probably should show that to you. That's going to be kind of in the kitchen space, right where you would want it. Not only is that great for circulating air, but more importantly, if you have a bunch of smells in here, and granted, I love the smell of bacon, when it's cooking, not necessarily 6 hours later when it just smells like old grease. So I can turn that guy on, gets the smell out of here, and if it starts raining, it has a rain sensor on it, so it will drop down for you. Right here is your ladder to climb up into the loft. This is kind of important. 250-pound weight capacity. I am not too far from that, so just be cautious. Be a little careful if you're pushing that. Climb on up here. You'll notice a couple things though. One is you got the the bed space. You also see USB ports up on the ceiling. Yeah, nice and hidden. You also see that door. And at first you're like, oh my gosh, what's in there? That's so cool. But remember that one I talked about where you had to be Shaq to reach? Yeah, it just goes the other side. So it's not a ton of space, you got about that much, but hey, better than nothing. Nice big window right across here, letting in a lot of natural light. You have the handrail coming up too, which is great. Watch yourself, Aaron. Gonna have to play a little game here. There we go. Now this, they knocked it out of the park. I really like what we have going on. So I'm gonna take a seat on the toilet here. Porcelain bowl, as you would expect. This I would have shut. Let me undo. There we go. So now I have good shoulder space, right? If this is all the way open, it's kind of rubbing on my shoulder a little, but now I'm free to do a jiggy, push however hard I have to, throw in a squatty potty if you need, good to go. Storage underneath, dual vanity. This right here is what does it for me. I love this, right? So that way, my wife and I aren't fighting in the morning. We can both be getting ready. You have some extra storage in the center. Kind of have like this built-in, I'm not gonna call it linen closet, 'cause it's not a closet, but shelf system, I guess. And then when I step in the shower itself, it's 6 foot tall, folks, plenty of room. There is a skylight, but with the seat being here, you're really not gonna be able to use that very much. So, if you're gonna be much taller than 6'1", you'll probably have to bend over a little, but at 6'1", you should be fine. You got an upgraded hand wand. Take a look at that guy, huh? Woo-wee! Man, it's like something you'd have in your house. So, but I do like the shower setup. I think they did a great job. Again, kind of that cool, that frosted window look coming into the bedroom. Now, what you will notice, they do something a lot of manufacturers don't, and they kept the carpet in the bedroom. I kind of like this, right? I know it's hit or miss for a lot of people, but I like getting out of bed and having warm toes. So I kind of like the carpet. Slide out bed there. You can see the headboard, windows on both sides. Those do open for cross ventilation at night, which I know is important for a lot of people. And then right up front, see if we can open this. We kind of see like the barn style doors, kind of cool. You do see the wardrobe, so excellent wardrobe space there. You have some mirrors, and as you would expect, right over in this section is your washer and dryer prep. So if you want washer and dryer in here, you can have it. Lastly, right here at the foot of the bed, you have a window, a dresser, and if you want a TV in the bedroom, boop, that's where it goes. All right, so with all the slides closed, I wouldn't even be able to get here, right? Which is pretty common when you have dual opposing slides with an island. Both the slides come up and they will be equally tight to this one. But I did just want to show you that in this particular floor plan, you definitely will not be able to access the fridge. And realistically, you won't be able to access the freezer either because, again, as I mentioned, this slide will come all the way up. As far as up front, though, you have the slide-in bed, but you still can get up there. You will also have access to that top loft, and if you need to get to the bathroom, you can do that too. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the 2021 Atlas 3552 MBKB. As you'll see, you have some LED lights right up front, helping to make that front end pop. You also see the RotoFlex Kingpin here. This has a pivoting head, which helps control your bucking and chucking. And what that essentially is when you start and stop your tow vehicle, a lot of times you'll kind of feel it, right? It'll pull you a little bit or slam into you a little. This pivoting head will help reduce that. Coming down underneath real quick, a couple things right in your front storage area. One, and something that I always love, is that all of your wire management is pretty darn good. You can see that everything's zip tied, everything is kind of around to the side. This would be a little bit cleaner because it'd be on top of your battery, and this of course wouldn't be in here. I'll turn my battery box off. But you'll also notice a spare tire is in there, which is great because it is super easy to access rather than being underneath the fifth wheel like is pretty common practice. They have it right in here. You can also see the battery disconnect there, so you can just flip that guy and kill power to the RV. This one does have auto level on it, which if you haven't used auto level before, it's pretty darn great. Touch a button, it levels itself out, and then you can start sipping cocktails that much sooner. Right over to this side is one of your two 30-pound propane tanks, and you'll see it also has solar prep. On a little bit of solar, plug it in, that will trickle charge the battery. Then when we make our way back, a couple quick things I do want to talk about actually on this door. One of them is the fact it is slam latch. Also, it's a magnetic catch, so you can put it up just like so. And if you take a look in there, you have pretty darn good space. I love that the plumbing is all up top. They don't have any plumbing running vertically. Everything's horizontal so that you can fit a bunch of larger items in there. I really like when manufacturers are able to pull that off. You can also see over to this side there an electrical outlet in case you need to plug anything in. And anything from whether it's a TV or a toaster, if you want to put a toaster out here. But what I generally like things like that for, especially in my garage storage, is tools, right? My 18-volt drill, whatever it may be, can plug it in right there and have that battery charged up. Taking a look up top, you will see not one, but two power awnings. You have one here, another one on the slide. LED lights in there, a couple outside speakers too if you want to jam out to some music. Getting into the 3552 is super simple thanks to the MORryde step above step system. This just folds right up in the door when you're done, has aluminum treads which don't rust, some grip tape on there, and a large foldable grab handle so you have control from that very first step all the way in. Making our way to the back, you'll see TV hookup if you want TV outside. Rear mounted ladder so you can climb up onto the fully walkable roof. Once again, 250-pound weight capacity on here, so just bear that in mind. And underneath is your accessory hitch. That is not for towing, folks. That one has a 300-pound capacity, but it is great for things like if you want a little bit of extra storage for like a tote, firewood, or a bike rack, that is perfect. You also see up top above that big rear window is backup camera prep. Coming around to the off-camp side, 50-amp detachable power cord will plug in there. Fresh tank inlet will be behind that. Now this slide is closed in. Normally this will be out. Keep that in mind. But then as we come all the way up front, last thing I want to show you is this bad mamma jamma right here. This is super convenient. You can see you have a light, your cable and satellite inlets. You do have water hose here if you need to wash some stuff off. Again, you have a city water inlet here. Fresh tank fills back there, remember. Black tank flushes here to wash out your black tank. Water heater bypass is very easy to get to. And you will also see that you have a couple valves. Your black tank, your black tank valve is here. One of your gray tank valves is there. Right down here, excuse me, right over there, you can see you have another tank valve. Now, that is insulated, right? You can see that goes into the body. It is a fully insulated and heated underbelly there. And again, all of your valves are insulated too. So if you're looking for something that's going to be, four-season capable, looking to be able to camp in the winter, having those fully insulated valves and that heated underbelly will certainly help you out in that endeavor. Folks, this right here is the 2021 Atlas 3552 MBKB. And if you're interested in this big beauty and you would like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker. Let's go camping.